What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 46 of Hoagies and Pierogis. I'm your host, Dean DeCarlo.
And I'm your other host, RJ Hammond.
RJ, it's time we get down into the roots of what this podcast is named for.
Now, how down are we getting?
Food. We're getting into some food. How about that?
Yeah, but how down? Single
How
down?
down? How
Triple
down?
down?
I don't know about that. I think we're getting a little double down today. Oh my God. Everyone, the double down is back at KFC. First time in 9 years.
Has it really been that long?
Yes, so it was released in I have the whole history here, RJ. It was released as an April Fool's joke on April 1st, 2010. And then 11 days later, it was released as an actual menu item. And it stayed on the menu for 4 years.
This is a monstrosity. You weren't kidding.
This is crazy. Okay, so let's preface this. I've had at least 10 of the old ones. At least 10 of them.
So, yeah, I remember them. Did you ever hear of Rooster Teeth? Like that old gaming. Mm-hmm. So I watched. They did like a 24-hour live stream that I watched some of it back in the day, and one of their one of their punishments during it was eat a double down, and then another one was eat a double down with hair in between it.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because they shaved someone's
torture.
Head. Yeah.
This is.
So that's my experience.
When I sat down and thought about this, I remember loving it, but I also remember the chicken being like little thin. Almost patty-like. This is a whole Popeye's chicken sandwich times 2 with cheese and bacon in the middle.
I've never met someone so devout to an exclusive item on a menu. Like, you mentioned it, and then all of a sudden you were like, we're doing it on the pod, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm getting a double down for dinner on Friday.
RJ, I just told you what you're having for dinner tonight.
I know, and I don't know if I want to eat all of it because I have good leftovers. And you also put in it's 125% of my daily sodium, and I don't.
Yeah, I just found that out when I was looking up the price tonight, dude. Also, I don't know what you paid for it, but it said $11.99 on DoorDash.
I mean, that's what it was.
It was $9.99 at the store.
Huh. Interesting.
So I paid $10.59 total for just the sandwich.
There you go. Yeah,
which is still crazy. I thought it was going to be like $8.
No, everything's expensive, man. Fucking inflation. All right, so should I take the first bite? I'm going to go first bite, just chicken.
Yeah,
I got a little knob here
so
that's just chicken.
That's also another thing. RJ has never had this before. Never.
So I got two sides that I'm gonna go. I got one that's just a little bit of chicken here. We're gonna go with just the chicken.
I'm getting crumbs on my keyboard already.
Okay, so that's just a piece of fried chicken. That's really good.
I'll take bites with you.
That's really good. I might have to eat it all now because KFC do have some good chicken. Oh, we both got spicy. We should mention.
We did, yeah. That breading is nice. It's not crazy. Yeah. I think sometimes the Popeye's breading can be a little bit.
It's a lot.
A little bit too much.
Yeah. All right. So
even though I do love it.
A bite with cheese. I think there's maybe some bacon in there. Okay, so I'm gonna dock a point, but this is because of personal preference. I should finish chewing. Great audio podcast this week, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll edit this all up. I'll edit this part all up.
No, leave it in.
Get the ASMR in there.
So Chick-fil-A, I think, is really the only place that does it. But their spicy chicken sandwich, all they did was add sauce. I like when the chicken is actually seasoned to be spicy. It's a good sauce. It's good chicken. But I would prefer if the chicken was like a spicy chicken.
The batter is spicy.
Well, there's like a buffalo sauce on here or something. I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think just normal.
I don't
KFC
know exactly
has
like
some kind of. Remember, it's like the 12 spices that they say.
Yeah, right. Which is in this breading. I mean, it's pretty flavorful chicken.
That's
But
pretty damn good.
holy shit, this is a lot. Double down on losing some years here.
I wanted to hate it. I really did. I love it. This is amazing. And I'll never let myself buy one again.
So yeah, the price tag's a little steep, especially on DoorDash.
Yep. Altogether.
But I don't know. I really do not remember it being this thick.
I feel like it was like, I mean, it really is just 2 pieces of fried chicken and nothing else.
Yeah, and it's exactly what it was, but I really think that maybe, like, again, Popeye's bringing out the, like, we want a big chicken sandwich. Maybe kind of increased the size of this over the years.
Maybe.
I mean, that's a lot. Honestly, I think that's $10 worth of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you this right now, I'm not going to finish it all.
I could, because I just got done work. And the second I start eating, once I get home, I'm like insatiable. Like I can't.
Well, you just came off a 12-hour shift, yeah.
Yeah. And I only ate once today. So maybe I can eat the whole thing and still eat after this. That seems like a lot. I didn't look at the calorie count. What's the calorie count on this? I'm probably sitting on DoorDash. I just didn't look.
It doesn't list the calories right here.
It's not surprising.
I do wish that the spicy sauce was a little bit sweet. I'm missing a sweet element.
Like a
That
honey
would
hot.
be, yeah. Again, Popeye's sweet heat would be perfect on this. With the cheese and the bacon.
It's a little bit nostalgic for me because my dad, when he picked us up to go to, not even the Double Down, but a couple times he picked us up after school to go to hockey practice. And like a couple times he just got us, my brother and I, just the two of us, a full bucket of chicken, of fried chicken. And he was like, they'll eat a couple pieces, just get something in us, something quick. We ate the whole the whole bucket, both times. The first time he was like, you're going to go out there and puke immediately. We were fine. Just iron stomachs back then didn't matter what we ate. I remember I used to eat like cheesesteaks before going on the ice. I couldn't imagine doing that now. I hate how much I love this. I'm not going to lie. Like I don't
this
want
is really good.
I don't want to eat all of it for my health. Just pure health. Like I feel like something like this could give you. I mean, I guess it's really not that bad. It's just 2 pieces of fried chicken, and I just talked about how I probably ate 5 when I was a kid before hockey practice.
That was another thing. I sent out a challenge to like John and my other group of friends.
Uh-huh.
I was like $500 if you eat 1 Double Down a day for the 28 days that it's out.
Oh yeah, you sent that to us.
Can't skip a day, can't consolidate a day. And now that the sandwich price is out, if you do it on DoorDash,
Yeah, you're only making like $2.50.
at $12 a sandwich. No, so I calculated that at $8 a sandwich, and you would get like just under $250. So now that they're 12, it's like just under $150 that you would get, and I really don't think that's worth it.
And you even got to add too for DoorDash fees, tipping the driver. That's like $20 right there.
Well, if you go to the store and it is $9.99, which I don't know, the dude was so fucking high when I pulled up. He was blasted out of his mind. The whole premises reeked of weed.
Yeah.
I pulled up. I was like, "What's going on, man?" So I made sure to like check that I had the right thing, and thank God I did. I think I just hit a wall about halfway through.
Yeah, I
can definitely eat more of this, but
I got about this much left. And honestly, not even for my health. Just I think I took it apart. It's just these 2 pieces. Mm-hmm. But mostly just because I don't want to go to bed knowing the fact that I ate all of this. I'm gonna stop.
You're eating a whole fucking chicken breast.
Yeah, 2. Pretty much. It's probably 2 with how thick it is. Like you gotta. It might be 1. It might be 1 chicken breast, depending on how.
I don't know. They got some big chicken breasts nowadays.
Yeah, you go to Aldi get chicken breasts. Those things are fat. This is some fat chicken titties. This is some
Tig old chicken bitties. Could you imagine putting bacon and a piece of cheese between boobs?
That'd be great.
And then frying it up. Jesus Christ. Whose idea? Whose idea? With chicken.
It's a fried TLT. No, not a TLT. The joke is funny, but it doesn't work out right.
A BLT. I guess you could work out a BLT. You know.
Yeah, bacon, lettuce, tit.
Bacon lactose titties.
There you go. So,
but honestly, out of 10,
I give it an 8.5.
8.5. That's high. Woo.
It could have been. Well, I'll just go 8. I'll just go 7.9. I don't think it reaches the 8 threshold. I want to take that. Yeah, 7.9 because I forgot I took points for how they did the spicy.
It is really good. I do think it would benefit from something like that. You know how they did the Nashville Hot and the Georgia Golden?
That would be good.
I think that would be excellent for this. My dad mentioned that. So, like I said, I'm missing that sweetness factor. Also, let's be honest, the pieces of chicken are just too damn big.
Yeah, they're huge.
I mean, like I said, that's $12 worth of chicken. Or $10 worth of chicken, but...
Yeah, I think we might have docked it a little early on price. Like, I think the price does make sense with how much chicken that is. Like,
Right. Well, when I saw it on DoorDash, $11.99, I was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. But then I was pleasantly surprised when it was $2
Yeah.
less when I pulled in.
I don't know. I think, like, when you really look at it, like, the idea of it, it's like, double down, cool. And then you get it, and you're like, it's just 2 pieces of chicken with a cheese and maybe
Take
2
a bite
pieces,
in the middle.
maybe 2 pieces of bacon left. Like, that's it. I think I'd rather just have the 2 pieces of chicken with some sauce.
So you can get it's just 1 piece of chicken on a bun.
No, just like a chicken sandwich. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With bacon and cheese and spicy sauce.
I guess I wonder how that, because like bread always really ups the calorie count. I wonder how it levels out. This is all for all the gluten-free people. All the gluten-free
I don't know,
slobs
2 pieces
out
of
there.
bread or 1 extra piece of fried chicken.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
this is. I guess there's breading on it, so never mind. It's got the breading on there.
To be honest, I'll give it like I give it a 7.5. 7.75.
Yeah, I mean it's good chicken. I was
really
surprised.
remember the chicken being more this is gonna sound bad, but it was more like fake chicken. More like a chicken nugget type of chicken.
Like a chicken nugget or a McChicken.
Yeah, like I don't even know what to compare it to. It wasn't like a chicken patty. It wasn't as spongy. It still had some crunch to it.
Okay.
But they were nice and thin. It wasn't crazy. I do remember it being sweet. So like a 7.75, I'll still give it.
Okay. I think
That was
that's
pretty
fair.
damn good.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
So that was our first Hoagies and Pierogis food review.
Yeah, that was 15 minutes on a double down.
There might be some...
It was worth 15 minutes of it.
yeah. I think there might be some more food reviews in the future. We'll see if any meme items come back like this one.
Oh my god, if that chicken chalupa from Taco Bell ever comes back. The taco shell was chicken.
That one's good. All right, the naked chicken chalupa. Yeah, that was...
yeah.
They bring that back often, though. I mean, like... Now, I'll tell you what. If they bring that back the volcano burrito...
You know what I have to
with
do?
the volcano sauce, oh my god, that was my favorite Taco Bell menu item, and I was so pissed when they took it off.
This is not it's really not new because I do it all the time. I've never eaten a McRib, so we might have to do a live.
You've never eaten one? Okay, we'll do
never
that
tried
one.
a McRib at all.
I've had more McRibs than I've had Double Downs.
Everyone loves them. That just sounds weird to me.
It is really weird because it's not rib.
Pork or beef or whatever. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's pork, but in what capacity and how long it's been stored, I have no idea.
It's pork like the chicken nuggets are chicken.
Right. I mean, the pink paste theory has been disproven, but
I know. Not pink paste, just like it's the meat, but it's probably been through.
it's all grinded up.
Yeah.
Man, that was good. That was actually really good. You could tell that was 125% sodium, though. Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's get into it. First thing that happened.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck is SportsCenter doing?
Yeah.
And I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at SportsCenter for tricking people like you.
I didn't even see it at SportsCenter at first. I forget who tweeted it. It was like a baseball journalist or something. It was like, hey, maybe not journalist, a baseball personality. They were like, they played the ninth inning. I think they did say in the tweet, bottom of the ninth. Which one comes second, the bottom or the top?
The bottom of the ninth. The Pirates. So the Pirates won. Yeah, the Pirates won in the top of the ninth because they didn't have to go to bat. They were up 7-4,
Yes.
so they didn't have to play the bottom of the ninth inning.
Yeah, and there was no context with it at all. Every other tweet, including SportsCenter and stuff like that, it was all like they played the ninth inning. Some of them didn't even say the bottom of the ninth. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. I guess the refs were just done with this shit. Or the umps were just done with this shit. But that's fun. I like that. You know, get a couple extra reps in, have a good time with the fellas.
Yeah, I think that's
cool
for spring training. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. I like that. That was cool. Once I found out. I think I texted you immediately, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this?
I'm trying to look for it. I thought I liked the tweet.
Especially since it was the Pirates. I was like, Ian either has watched this live or at least knows what's going on.
I didn't see it live. I haven't really been following too much of spring training. It hasn't really gotten into the swing of things yet.
Yeah, I was going to maybe sit down and watch some this weekend, and then I was like, college basketball is kind of getting into the full swing of everything now. Of like, conference tournaments are coming up this week. It's my favorite week.
Yes.
Other than the tournament to bet. Like, historically, I'm not even going to say it, I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, I love conference tournament week. All the big ones start Wednesday. Some had started last week. We got a couple bids already filled in for March Madness as far as conference winners. So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. And I'm off for like all the big days for the conference tournaments this week. So I can't
nice.
wait. I can't
Hell
wait for
yeah.
next week's. Rich is coming. We just found out Richie's coming.
Oh, Rich is coming. Hell
Yeah.
yes. Let's go.
The only person that we're still waiting on is Fiesta. I doubt he'll show up. We'll see. If he hasn't said he's in yet.
Maybe I screenshotted it. I think I screenshotted it.
What was it?
No, I didn't. About the freaking rule.
What rule?
Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so about the Pirates-Orioles game continuing after it was over.
Okay.
Here's a dumb argument saying they can't do it. By the rule book, the game is over. If they continue to play together, that is I can never say this fucking word. Fraternization.
Oh, fraternization.
Yes, fraternization, which is disallowed by Rule 406. So technically, they're fraternized.
We get it. Just don't even worry about that word.
The one fucking word I can't say. That and goddamn Duggan.
Is that just saying like
Dugan.
they're defacing the game or something like that?
So like, it's almost like colluding. I think they're like getting together, like.
So what's
they're
the
breaking
rule,
some
then?
like you know how like people can't talk to free agents.
Oh. So
It's like something like that, you know.
somewhere in the same
It's some
category
stupid-
as tampering or something shit.
Yeah,
like
it's some
that.
stupid bullshit like that. Yeah.
That really doesn't have a penalty. Well, tampering does have some serious penalties in some of the sports, but it doesn't, like, there's no penalty on there, like, oh, this team loses or something. Like, home team would technically lose because they allowed it or some shit.
Right.
That's stupid.
But yeah, that was sorry. That's what I was looking up that whole time. Just trying to.
I want to see this in a regular season game between, like, two last place teams that are like, fuck it. Although those teams by the end of the season are just done with the season.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but I did want to
You were
mention
talking about
this.
college basketball. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, that I'm done with all the tournament. But I just saw this come up, and I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned it. So he's a current Illinois player. Some people will probably mention him. Matthew Meyer. He has a sick mullet. He was on Baylor when they won the national championship game. So he missed time due to caffeine poisoning. So I guess Saturday or Sunday they had a game. He went home and he played video games all night and drank 5 energy drinks to stay up and play video games. Probably like
And he
Warzone or
plays.
something.
Where does he play?
He plays on Illinois now. He
Illinois.
transferred.
Okay.
Yeah. And he didn't return back to practice until Wednesday because of caffeine poisoning. And I heard caffeine poisoning, and I was like, "What the?" I was like, "That's a thing." Like I know I can get like jittery and stuff if I have too much coffee, but
So
he was down and out.
I don't know. Have you had those 300 milligram like Black Rifle coffees?
No.
Dude, it's like
Well,
taking an Adderall. It's
No.
kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, I take that medicine, so I know
It makes your heart fucking go like crazy.
When I take the medicine and sometimes have too much coffee, even before I started taking meds for ADHD, like it was, if I had the wrong coffee, it was pump it like this one shitty place on campus. It was the tiniest little place that you could just get like sandwiches and stuff for a quick meal. Their coffee there for some reason. Sometimes I'd get it to wake me up before practice. It would fuck me up. I couldn't tell if I had so much energy or if I was tired. Like it was so strong, and I never understood. It was all the time. It wasn't just one time. So I guess it's something, but like that wouldn't. Put
Dude,
me out
even
of
like
practice,
Monster,
I feel like.
Monster only has like 95 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, like pre-workout, well, that works differently. So I'm not even going to include that. But like, I don't like he couldn't even participate in practice for 2 days. That's crazy.
You would have to like. Did he go to the hospital or something? He must have went to at least like the team facilities and was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I can't practice."
Yeah. I guess I should have looked into that a little, but I imagine it's similar. Like one day I had some pre-workout when I went to the gym early, and I didn't do a lot, so I came back and it was still in my system, and I just felt like I was going to throw up all morning because I was like, so jittery. So maybe it was something like
Usually
for like a couple hours after, I did not feel okay.
Right. That's what I consider caffeine overdose. You just feel a little bit like you're gonna throw up. I mean,
maybe we're not
maybe like a racing
picture.
heart. I don't know.
Maybe we're not getting the whole picture. Maybe there was some nasal caffeine involved as well.
Nasal caffeine from those nasal cavities. Let's go.
They stopped on the Alps to ski a little bit on the way back from the game.
You know who else?
He looks like a cocaine guy. I'm not even gonna stop. You look at his schnoz and you look at that mullet. You're like, that guy does a lot of cocaine.
You know who else is reportedly a cocaine guy?
Who's that?
Ja Morant, or should I say Ja Warrant? Dude, I saw Ja Warrant trending on Twitter earlier today. I was like, Ja Warrant, Ja Warrant. Oh, Ja Warrant. Then it made sense. I was like, that's pretty funny.
That guy. This sounds like old man yelling at clouds. That kid is so good at basketball and is so talented to be doing dumb shit like this. I guess there's been reports of he has the wrong people kind of hanging around him or is surrounding himself with the wrong people.
I guess someone like insulted his mom at some store, and like he pulled up with other people and was like, "Tell me what time he gets off work."
He punched a kid out at like a birthday party or something. It was a 17-year-old, so like it sounds bad when it's a kid, but it was like a heated basketball exchange, which like I feel like that's completely when you read the headline that says Ja Morant punches kid out, that sounds bad. But when you hear it was a pickup basketball game and things got heated, the kid threw a ball at him and he punched him. That happens on any court. That happens at the fucking park all the time. So I don't. But his little gun, his little teeny tiny, his little baby gun, his little pew 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 pew.
Now the police are looking into you. Good job.
What's the point? What? Like this. It sounds. I don't know. Like, what's the point of like going on Instagram Live or something and showing off? Oh, I got a gun in the strip club. One, why do you have it in this? Don't be the as the athlete. I feel like don't be the guy that's carrying the gun. You have all this money. You almost surely have some type of entourage following you around. Have everyone else carry the guns. You don't need to be the guy with the gun.
Seriously. I just started watching, I finished season 1 of The Wire. So it's all about, like, drug dealing and stuff like that. And it's part of, like, the drug dealing model. Like, if you give them the money, don't give them the drugs at the same interaction. If they get a photo of you, they get it all in one picture.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, have someone else carry it. I don't... If you're going to be stupid, let someone else be stupid for you.
Yeah. Just hire a fall guy.
Millions of dollars. You can pay their bail if they get in trouble. Fuck it.
I know.
I don't know. It's just crazy. And honestly, it sounded a little racist last week when I said there was likely to be criminals at the Combine, but it came true pretty damn fast. Jalen Carter had a warrant out for his arrest for allegedly being involved in a race where the other car crashed and killed the driver. So it's like just don't.
Cars, people.
Yeah, just don't do stupid shit. It's not that hard to not. I don't. It's not that hard to not race.
There are especially.
And they were in like a Ford Expedition. It wasn't even fast cars. It was like SUVs.
Especially at that, like you have the NIL money now. You like, there's outlets where you can go to like rent out a track or go to a track where you can just drive cars fast. And I don't know if maybe that has something to do with like, excuse me, hey, like, the thrill of it being illegal driving on the road. That's just dumb. It's a fast car. Go drive on a track or something. You don't need to. You have the money that you can do that, or go make
absolutely
that out, like make that happen.
You can drive whatever car you want.
Yeah, exactly. And he was. I think he's probably still going to be a top 5 pick unless he gets like actually in trouble.
Probably.
Like you're going to make.
There was really
drive all these fast cars.
So no one at the Combine. May as well just go over the Combine now. There was no real breakout performances. I guess everyone kind of stayed a little bit static.
Anthony Richardson
kind of fucking blew people's balls off.
He broke the what was it, the high jump record for QBs.
Yeah, vertical. Yeah, 40-inch vertical.
Not great company.
4.40. Yeah, not great company, but still.
Like, I know. They looked at the previous like best high jump for quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the names, and that's how relevant all those quarterbacks were. But we did say he's going to jump off the board at the Combine. Take him now to go number 1 overall, just as a flyer. Why not? If you're in a legal state,
right? Well, he's honestly less of a project than Trey Lance. I mean, Trey Lance played against D2 competition.
Yeah,
at least Richardson played against D1. That's all you can say. I mean, like, who cares if he can't hit the broadside of a barn? He'll contribute right away with his legs.
Oh, yeah.
In any capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So
I get him. I'm trying to think who. Like where
people are saying the Colts
fit.
But
that sounds awful.
Yeah, people. Jim Irsay said that they didn't think Carson Wentz fit their system. So I think Anthony Richardson fits their system even less.
I think Stroud is a much better pick for the Colts. I think he, especially,
yes.
I forgot. I think I came on here before and talked about how Bryce Young, I think, is going to be the best out of this class. And I feel like I'm getting scared by his height a little bit now.
A little bit. He was like, what, 5'9",
basically the same
8th,
as
5'10"?
Kyler.
I think it was 5'10", exactly, yeah.
He's basically the same measurements as Kyler, but I think the difference is he's going to not have the same outside distractions as Kyler. Like, even before Kyler got drafted, it's like, is he going to do baseball or is he going to do football? And all this other stuff. Bryce,
yeah, no questions about that with Bryce. Yeah,
and
but he
was
he doesn't have the legs. Yeah, he doesn't have the legs that Kyler has. And I mean, I do think Kyler's underrated as a passer, but I do think that Young is better. But I think
Kyler's decision
overall a little
making
bit
has
better.
been the worst thing, and I think that's where Bryce excels is his decision making, especially like we've talked about that Alabama team this year is not nearly as talented as it has been in the past, and he won them so many of those games. So. I think that's the part where the tape is going to talk a lot more.
Right. They might have the same measurables, but they're completely different quarterbacks.
Yes, 100%.
So C.J. Stroud did look very good throwing. He didn't run any drills or anything. He just threw.
Yeah.
Bryce Young will throw at his pro day.
I feel like a lot of these top prospects don't even do the combine as much anymore. Like a lot of them, some of them still do, but like these guys who have been projected number one for years, they just do like their pro day.
Right. Last quarterback before I touch on that. Will Levis. Will Levis looked pretty damn good. I liked how he fucking threw the ball. I did. It looks a little bit awkward. His drop back is a little bit clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps like everything in front of him when he throws. It's a little bit. It's just quick. It's really quick. I don't know. It's easy. Just easy power.
It just seems
kind of what people
like,
have been saying.
It seems like every year we get to draft season and everyone just starts to really up these guys on, combine stuff, how their throws look at pro days, where it's like they're throwing against no one. And I just don't get it sometimes. Like sometimes, yeah, they do end up being really well. Like when Zach Wilson had that one throw downfield, everyone was freaking out. I don't know. Me, I'm like, this guy's just still going to suck. Like he played at BYU. I don't know. We'll see with Will Levis and I think Anthony Richardson has a higher ceiling for sure, but I think Will Levis's floor is probably higher.
I think so. The player that I was disappointed did not run drills. Really wanted to see that 40 time was Quentin Johnston. He did not run the 40.
Really?
He did have a good vertical and a good broad jump, but
I think
he would have benefited greatly from running the 40. And maybe he runs it at his pro day.
Yeah.
Pro day. I don't know. I don't know if TCU even has one.
The more I think about it, the better I think he is for you guys and Mac. It's just a big
No Quentin Johnston, especially at number 14. No Quentin Johnston. No.
What if you get him in the second round? What if he falls to the second round?
If he falls to the second round, yeah, sure. Okay. But I would love if the Patriots traded back in the first round, also getting another second round pick, maybe earlier. I don't know if they could swing that. I didn't look at the second round order. But if Bryce Ford Wheaton is there from WVU, his stock climbed immensely. 6'4", 41-inch vertical, better than Quentin Johnston, 221 pounds. Big, long arms. He reminded me a lot of CeeDee Lamb or Martavis Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked him. I liked him before the Combine. I really like him now, and I think he will be there in the second round.
Yeah, I tend to forget about some of these players I don't end up watching during the season. Like, I didn't watch as many West Virginia games, so I can see where I'm like, I don't know about him. But
he is one of the. I think he fumbled the ball in that Pitt game, in the first game where it kind of cost him the game.
You never love that.
You never love that. But honestly, and hands was the big thing that people were talking about. His hands aren't super reliable, but Quentin Johnston's really aren't either.
I'm just scarred by Nelson Aguilar, because Nelson Aguilar, that was his thing when he was drafted, was trouble with his hands, and then he figured it out for one Super Bowl season, and that's it.
And then he took that to the Patriots, and didn't do too bad, honestly. But
I guess maybe he just looked bigger at college, but I didn't realize Jordan Addison was only 5'11". Like, I guess that's basically 6 foot, but
yeah,
he's a lot smaller than I thought.
He's about as big as I thought he was, but he's a lot slower than I thought he was going to be.
I know.
4.54, 4.49 on his second attempt in the 40.
That's the thing about those explosive offenses that we've seen, is like a lot of those times those receivers are just getting open because of scheme.
I was going to say
good
scheming.
Route running.
Yeah.
Right. Did Jalen Hyatt not run at all? Did he do anything?
I didn't put Hyatt on here. He did do well. I think he ran a 4.38.
Yeah,
maybe.
he's a guy we're gonna see if it was scheming or if he
Four
was
four
that
three,
good.
I think.
Yeah.
He's a little bit small. I think he's also only he's 6 foot. I think. I really didn't. I didn't love it. I didn't love what I saw from him. Josh Downs. Another name I didn't have on here was Josh Downs from UNC. That's
Oh
another name to look
yes,
out for.
he's good. I'm. You ever start to like watch combine stuff or get ready for the draft and then get excited for next year's draft class while you're doing it? Like I can't wait to see Drake May and Caleb Williams and like there's like next
Oh,
year's quarterback
Caleb Williams
class.
is going to be so good. I'm a fan. I am a
Next
fan.
year's quarterback class is going to be insane. And then like I
Well, that's
can't
what
wait
people were
to.
saying about this year,
It's. I mean,
and
it is.
it is
It's
good.
top heavy. I think
I
you
think
got C.J. Stroud
three
and
in the top
Bryce.
five. Three in the top five, probably.
Likely, I wouldn't be surprised. I think you could even go maybe 5 in the first rounds. That's. I don't know. Like, does Atlanta pick someone else, or do they move forward
We'll
with
see.
Desmond
We'll
Ridder?
talk about
Yeah,
we'll talk
I
about
know.
quarterbacks in a
I
bit.
know. I just thought of Drake May from UNC because you mentioned USC, and I'm like, yeah,
Right.
he's gonna look great next year too.
Yeah. Oh god, it's gonna be so good. You're getting me excited. But my comp for Jordan Addison, and I think it's another size thing. He was very similar, a little bit slower. Jahan Dotson was 4.43 in the 40,
Okay.
but he is very similar to Jordan. Dotson's a little bit stronger than Addison.
Yeah. The 40s too. I always try to like. It's very different than game speed too, because some of these guys look
Right.
their 40s are so slow. But like I don't know, did Randy Moss run a 40? Like I feel like his 40 wasn't off the charts crazy, but in the games, like he would just stride away from people
Right.
because his strides are
They
so
compared
long.
they compared Jalen Hyatt to Justin Jefferson and Julio Jones, and even though Jalen Hyatt was only 4.43, he was the fastest out of the three. I think that's what he went. Let me look that up. Jalen Hyatt 40 time.
I mean, yeah, that speed's nice just to have that deep
4.4.
threat that can
He went 4.4.
burn. But if you don't have that like route running to go with it, like that's why like if Tyreek Hill didn't have as good a route running as he did, he would not be good. Like he wouldn't be as good of a receiver as he is. 'Cause
Right.
all he would
Yeah.
have is
Just
the
fast
deep
is
ball. Yeah. The
not that
Raiders have
great.
showed us that doesn't work in multiple
best-
different ways.
Best route runner in the class, in my opinion. At least he looked great. Some scouts were saying that he didn't look, that he didn't. They didn't like his routes. I don't know why, but every break point he had in the route, Zay Flowers looked a lot like Antonio Brown, and it was kind of crazy. But he had the 2 white gloves as well, and he's also 5'9", 182, so he's strong.
Oh yeah, that's a beefy boy. And
Um,
there's no way Bryce Young actually plays at what I think his weight was 204. He's definitely playing at like 195.
Did you see that
definitely
beforehand?
Zeke Elliott. Just
People were posting the
drinking
memes
milk
like,
and-
bring me 1 Wayfair Thin Mint, like before his weigh-in. He was like just stuffed.
yeah,
Yeah, he's more like 190.
yeah.
180.
I think he's got a good football IQ, so he's going to come down to how he does playing. I think he might be good for. I don't know who for. I think the Texans, if they're smart, they'll move up.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Zay Flowers, watch out for that name. I think he'll be really good. He also reminded me of Deontay Johnson a little bit.
Yeah, some of these like later round receivers that you don't know as well, sometimes they end up being really good. And then like we heard a lot about Sky Moore last draft. Sky Moore didn't do much for the Chiefs. He was supposed to be like Tyreek Hill. But
Right. Yeah, he didn't really do anything until
I guess he scored
until the playoffs.
Yeah, never mind. I don't even know why I brought it up. Never mind.
Dark horse candidate that I did not know about at all before the combine. Andre Ishovis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Out of Princeton. He's from Hawaii.
Ooh.
He reminds me of a taller Amon-Ra St. Brown. About the same size, about the same arms.
Oh, are these your own comps?
Yeah, yeah, these are my own comps.
Oh, I thought these were comps that. Oh, look at you.
Well, some of them, like the Jahan Dotson one,
Yeah.
was not mine, but all the other ones are. Just feeling the water a little bit, you know. I really liked Ishovis. Really, really impressed me. I think he was a fast riser, and I think he'll probably go in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll be a good receiver.
I watched a little bit of the DBs when they were on. Some of those guys were one of a couple of the drills. I was like, man, their feet, they were like stumbling all over themselves. I'm like, this is not exactly what I want in a quarterback. Corner, not quarter.
Right.
Cornerback.
The only one that I watched and paid close attention to was Brian Branch, and he ran a 4.58 4.61. Oh,
I don't know. To me, I'm not worried about that as a cornerback.
I don't like that. I really don't like that. Well, he'll play safety.
Yeah, like
which
maybe you like
which is even better. Which would be better if he played safety at that speed. But
defense, speed is obviously great always, but defense, right. I feel like the most important position where speed is for defense is either safety or like middle linebacker. Just because you gotta cover so much ground, like you're not just in the trenches, or hey, my guy's right in front of me.
I think he'll be really similar. His story will play out really similar to Kobe Dean, because he's really football smart. He's extremely intuitive, and he can read the defense excellently. But his athleticism's a little bit down.
You just reminded me that we still have Kobe Dean in our back pocket. I completely forgot about that because he didn't play at all.
I got you.
It's pretty awesome. I hope he's as good as that pick felt at the time for the third round.
And also a 34.5-inch vertical from Brian Branch. I don't like that on 50-50 balls.
Oh yeah.
Especially for the Patriots, it get burnt too much in the back end, and we need more speed.
Yeah.
The DB class is very good overall.
Yes, so I know there's a lot of. I mean, it almost seems like the way these people are talking. It seems like a done deal that Joey Porter Jr. is just gonna go play for the Steelers like his dad.
Joey Porter Jr. is going to go high. Witherspoon's going to go high, and
Illinois guy.
Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. Who's from Illinois?
I forget his name. He was he was like the best DB in college this year.
I have the list up here. Witherspoon. Yeah, Witherspoon. That's that's who I said.
I couldn't remember what his name was.
I thought he was from South Carolina, though.
No, Illinois, which is shocking to me. In the Big Ten.
Right. I mean, hey, they didn't allow any points, but they didn't score any, and that's not his fault.
That's also true.
But yeah, Brian Branch grades out as the best cornerback just because his production in college was so high. This is on just NFL.com. So we'll see. I think the Patriots will just end up trading back, though. I think that might be their best option. And
the least surprising thing the Patriots have ever done.
Right. The Chiefs are not franchise tagging Orlando Brown, so that leaves another tackle on the board for them to sign instead of draft.
That's smart. How old is he?
I think he's a little bit older. I think he's 29, 30. I mean, he might be 32.
I was going to say, didn't the Ravens draft him?
Orlando Brown.
They had him for like.
Oh no, he's 26. He's 26.
I'm going to say
McGlinchey's 28.
Yeah, because he just came off his rookie deal when he signed with the Chiefs. Because he was with the Ravens are the ones that drafted him. And he was with the Ravens forever.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the Bears will want to sign him, though, so it might become a bidding war between the Patriots and the Bears. I think that's top two choices for him, though, Patriots-Bears.
And the Bears got a lot of fun money right now.
Yeah, yes, they do. I mean, so did the Patriots, but
yeah,
Bears have way more. Bears have, like, double.
It is so funny to look at the plethora of riches that they have and could potentially have. if they just say like Houston trades up. Okay, now you're at 2. Okay, Indy wants to trade up from 4. Like you could possibly trade back. I think 3 times a reach, possibly 4, but I think 3 is highly likely. I think 2 is almost certain, unless they, depending on how much they get. Like I listened to an interview with their GM. He already said like if it's going to be in conference or division, they're like those people are going to have to pay a hefty price. So, I love the draft. Football's the best, isn't it? The draft. What have they done to make us so engulfed in it and make it so exciting to talk about all the time? Even
I don't know.
Off season.
Well, I'm just glad that last year we couldn't find anything to talk about because of inexperience.
Yes.
This year, there's so much to fucking talk about. I'm sure there was the same amount last year, but now we just know.
Yeah, we started after the Super Bowl, didn't we?
We started, I think the first episode was in April.
Cool. Yeah, it was like right around draft time.
We're coming up on a year.
That's right.
Because it won't be, there was some weeks skipped, so it won't be exactly 52 episodes in a year. We did talk about Carson Wentz earlier.
Yes.
Commanders released Carson Wentz. Oh my God. The shortest Wentz era ever.
Yes, and I didn't realize that when you put that in that you were factoring games played. I was like, well, he also left the Colts after a year, but I get it now.
Well,
he played less time, and it was
if you want to get technical about it, he was on the Colts for like 9 days more than he was on the Commanders. It's very close. It's like within I think 2 weeks of each other.
We're talking game time, man. We're not talking that shit.
Yeah, Commanders. He only played 8 games with the Commanders. He played the whole season with the Colts, it shocked me that he played all the games.
He just needs to retire, go shoot some ducks for the rest of his life, or go play in the XFL or something. I just don't think. I mean, I guess he's better than a lot of
whose
other
job
backups
whose job is he gonna take? Not AJ McCarron's, not Ben DiNucci's.
Yeah.
There are quarterbacks in the XFL that still start over him.
I don't know. I think he's better than AJ McCarron and Ben DiNucci. Like Ben DiNucci had flashes with the Cowboys, but he still did some.
I'm just saying there.
Carson Wentz-esque shit sometimes.
Dude, all Ben DiNucci needed was Josh Gordon. He's amazing.
It's true. Yeah, he's like, fuck the NFL. They keep popping me for just smoking some weed.
Dude,
I'm glad. XFL.
Right. I'm glad they're thriving. You know who else is thriving, RJ? You know who saved his signature for a contract instead of a letter? Yeah, you know it. Geno Smith, baby. 3 years, $105 million.
He ain't writing back, baby.
I will not put this on an 8x11 piece of paper.
This was breaking news right before we were about to record. It was so exciting that it came before we recorded.
Yeah, it was right before I went to go get my sandwich.
Good for Geno. Good for them. It makes the whole Russell Wilson saga even funnier, too, that they're like, hey, Geno did great for us that you couldn't. And it just almost proves that it really wasn't anything but Russ, it seems like. Russ was not cooking.
And now people are saying, since Geno just signed, people are saying the Seahawks will trade up to get Richardson so he can sit behind Geno for a year. Or for 2 years.
Silly.
I like that. I do like that. I think Richardson would need Richardson would need at least a year just learning everything.
Yeah, I do honestly think the best comp for him, just watching and stuff like that, it really is Josh Allen. He just does some fuck shit and runs the ball and is just big. And then if you can get him to fix his throwing, again, not always the easiest thing to do, but hey, somewhere like Seattle, sitting behind Geno for 2 years.
Well, I like that because Geno can run, but he is always pass first. Geno is always pass first.
And that's not Anthony Richardson at all.
No, but he needs that kind of tempered a little bit. So I think that would be really good for him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think his ceiling. If you can find the right people to coach him up right, like the Bills did, you can have Josh Allen. Where Josh Allen almost doesn't run enough at this point. Like they should just only use him for running
He
plays. 'Cause if
either
it's not
he
him
either
running,
chucks it,
it's
he either
nothing.
just throws it up in the air or runs it way too much. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a little stale towards the end of the year. They got a little stale, but I feel like they
That
just
throwing it down. You know what? I should be cheering against the Bills, but that throwing down the field every other play bullshit was pissing me off.
yeah, no, it was annoying.
They
I'm
were
like, what are they
losing me
doing?
money at that point.
They I mean, they traded for Naeem Himes towards the trade deadline, and just did. I mean, he ran back 2 kickoff returns, but he did nothing else in the run game.
They didn't
I thought he was
run the
supposed
ball at all.
to. No, and the only time they did, and it was effective, was with Josh Allen. And I think they should be someone who should fuck everything else. I don't care. I'm sure they have other holes, but maybe not first round. Definitely draft a second round running back that is like good. People have us drafting
from Alabama. That guy from Alabama. What's
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs? Yes, Jahmyr
Yeah.
Gibbs will be there in the second round, probably early second round. He improved his stock a little bit more at the combine. He impressed. He really did. He was fast as fuck and he was strong as fuck.
Yeah, he's strong, but he's more he's more of a pass catcher. Like he's really not
Even
a
better.
running back so much.
Even better.
I guess. Like he did every time I'd watch him run the ball with Alabama, I found he was more effective catching the ball out of the backfield or running routes. And I think they need someone who can ground and pound 5 yards for them when they need it, because they have Josh Allen, and that's it for that. He'd be great.
Dude, if they get a James White type out of Jahmyr Gibbs, game over.
He's just not someone that I don't know. They should draft that. Syracuse running back, he's good. He's really good. Chase Brown, I believe it is. He was really good this year.
I have a Sean Tucker here.
Oh, no. It was Illinois. Another Illinois guy. Chase Brown from Illinois. Sean Tucker is that Syracuse?
Yeah, Sean Tucker, Syracuse, yeah.
He's another guy that's good, but I like him. Because
Chase Brown, a white guy.
Have you ever seen his Twitter?
Is he white? No, I haven't.
So Sean Tucker's Twitter, he would always give himself like a game review after every game. And he would be like, I ran for this much, disappointed in myself, but we still got the dub, or stuff like that. Or like, couldn't get the dub this week. I ran for this much. I could have done better to help the team. Like not even like kind of egotistical, but not even really that bad. Because
kind of
he's
truthful with himself, honestly.
Yeah, like I could have done better.
Right.
Let me see if I can find one real quick. It's gonna be tough.
That's funny.
All right, here's one. Friday. This was against Liberty. Oh, here's one against Florida State. Saturday we lost Florida State 33, Syracuse 30. I'm not pleased with my performance. Stepping out of bounds on the 1 yard line can't happen again. I had 24 attempts for 102 yards with 7 games to go. I just getting started. He holds himself accountable. What more could you want from your player?
That seems like a very high school thing to do, you know?
Every game. Friday we lost to Syracuse 14. Friday we lost. Syracuse 14, Clemson 17. I'm pleased with my performance, but not happy we lost another close one. I ran for 22 attempts for 157 yards with 2 receptions for 20 yards. With 5 games left, I'm just getting started. I think he was getting started he was just getting started for every game following that.
Is that like his tag? You know how you used to have like tags
so.
On your texts?
It looks like it. No, the game against Boston College, he says,
Dude,
I plan to finish strong. With 3 games left, he finally said he plans to finish strong. 2 games left.
It would be funny if he had the tag on. Do you remember when you could text Twitter and like text your tweet to Twitter?
Oh, I was never part of that. I didn't have Twitter.
Oh my god. You could send a text to Twitter and it would tweet it from your profile. And it would include a tag if you had one. This is like at the end of tags, so
yeah.
Barely anyone had one. Oh god, that's funny.
I feel like Buffalo would eat that guy a lot. Like, not eat him alive, but they'd love that shit. Bills Mafia would be like, "It's okay, man. You did great. You put your heart out there." Bills
They
Mafia.
would they would get in on it too.
Yeah.
It would just become a meme. That would be great.
All right, you want to run through the rest of this NFL news?
Yeah, let's
Some stuff.
let's save the report cards for last.
Yeah.
The one that we've kind of been waiting on is Card of the Saints, 4 years, $150 million, $100 million
done?
guaranteed.
I didn't see that part. I missed that part at work. I saw that that they were front runner. Okay. Nice.
It happened within the hour after they tweeted it.
I mean, they instantly become at least a playoff contender.
You know what? I don't think Derek Carr is that much of an upgrade from Jameis Winston. I'm gonna say it now.
No, not Jameis Winston. Andy Dalton.
No,
Andy
I mean,
Dalton,
but like even, but I mean, past this year, if they didn't sign Carr, it would have been Jameis Winston starting.
Did you watch those Saints games? They were so brutal. They were awful.
I did.
Andy Dalton couldn't do anything. I feel like Derek Carr can at least, like he was slinging it down the field to what's his name, the wide receiver, Devontae Adams. Like Andy Dalton was not doing that. I don't know. I mean, the division is. I think it is a bit of an upgrade at quarterback, and the division is. They're the only team in the division right now that has like a bona fide starter at this point. Tampa's got Kyle Trask. I think he's played at the end a couple games. Who's Carolina going with? Maybe Sam Darnold. They might be looking to draft a quarterback too.
Baker. I don't know.
I've heard they might draft a quarterback or talk them and trading someone. And then you've got Atlanta, who has Desmond Ridder, who I thought he might be good, but he did not look good at the end of the season. He looked really bad. He looked really, really bad.
So I'm going off of Winston's last full season, which was in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a stretch. I'm gonna absolutely preface this with that. It is a little bit of a stretch. But from 2015 to 2019, Derek Carr and Jameis Winston are virtually the same quarterback.
I love this.
You have.
I want you to don't even tell me. I want you to give me quarterback A and quarterback B, and I want to pick which one I want. Are you able to do that, or is that too hard?
I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, give me quarterback A and quarterback B. The stats.
Okay, quarterback A.
Okay.
70 games started. He had 19,737 yards, 121 touchdowns.
Okay. How many interceptions?
I'm not going to do that because that might give it away.
I just realized that after I said it. Okay.
Quarterback B. 78 games started, 19,523 yards, 122 touchdowns. So quarterback A, 19,737 yards, 121 touchdowns. So over 70 games.
Yeah, I got it.
19,523 yards, 122 touchdowns over 78 games.
I don't know. I regret this immediately. Those are too close. I feel like you're skewing the data now, not adding but you're not adding the interceptions thing, and that is a very important thing.
Because, well, hold on, I don't think it matters as much, but that will just give it away.
I want to know the difference. Because James had 30 in one season.
Right, and that includes the 30 interception season.
Oh my God. What a great season. I don't know. A. I know B has more yards and like one more touchdown.
A is who?
Oh, I was gonna say who I'd pick as my quarterback, but I'm gonna guess A is between that time. I guess A would be Derek Carr. That's my
A is Jameis Winston.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He
I
had
thought he might have
one
been,
less
but
touchdown, 200 more yards, and 8 less games.
I thought it was Jameis because of the games. But I was like, I feel like Derek Carr was hurt in there somewhere, where it might have been Jameis. But
No, that was we got 16, 15, 15, 16, 16 for Derek Carr, and we have 16, 16, 13, 9, 16 for Jameis Winston.
oh, I think there was one where the Raiders made the playoffs and Derek Carr got hurt right before the playoff game.
So this does exclude one of Derek Carr's best seasons in 2021. So let's expand this to 2021. We have 20,982 yards for Jameis Winston in 77 games. So even add 2 years, Jameis has started 7 more games. That's already a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek Carr is 111 games started, 28,000 passing yards, 172 touchdowns. So
But
the touchdown percentage is actually 4.5% for Derek Carr and 5% for Jameis Winston. But the interception rate is 1.9% for Derek Carr and 3.3% for Jameis Winston.
yeah, okay, that's it for me.
That's the big difference. But my argument is that I really don't think that all of those extra interceptions matter because they knew they were getting that. It's not like that was an anomaly and he played bad. That's just how Jameis Winston played. And they game planned around that.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, they just kind of planned for it.
To add to your argument, we haven't truly seen Jameis play with the Lasix yet.
This is true. Which also I was going to mention that. I didn't know if that was going to be like too much, but
because the first year, it was Drew Brees for most of it, and then the second year was this year, right, with the Saints, and that was mostly Andy Dalton because he got hurt after like 2 weeks, and then they were like, just never played him ever again, which is
right, yeah, they just
weird
never played
to me. That was always weird to me. It would have at least been
but
fun.
People are acting like they're completely different. I mean, you're getting the interception with Jameis. It's not like it's a surprise. I don't know. So I don't think it's that is as detrimental as it would be to another player.
Yeah.
So I really think it'll just be more of the same in New Orleans, especially without Sean Payton. Who's the head coach now?
Dennis Allen. He was the guy that drafted Carr, and I think that is what they Schefter said. So there's like a connection, and I think he did all right. I'd have to go back to Schefter's tweets, but yeah, they. I'm pretty sure he was the one that drafted him. So I don't know. I think comparing it to Jameis Winston, yes, I think it's comparable. I think comparing it to Andy Dalton, I don't think so, because Andy Dalton is definitely older.
Derek Carr's way better than Andy Dalton at this point in time. Yes. Absolutely, I agree with that. But yeah, Saints Jameis is a little bit different than Bucks Jameis, I think. So.
Wow, I just saw this. This is a quick college football. Apparently, I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but Sark, Texas head coach, said Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning will compete to start for the starting job this season.
Yes, I saw that before the show. Yeah, I saw that
for sure.
I thought it was going to be Ewers. I thought it was going to be Ewers.
Oh,
I figured Manning would redshirt his freshman season anyway.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was going to be. Yeah, that's what I thought. But interesting. That might just be media talk too. So.
No, I saw that too.
No, I know, but I'm saying they might have, because Schefter was. I'm seeing it on Schefter's page, and I'm like, they could just be saying that, but they're not. They're going to compete, but they're not actually going to.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Just like an answer for the media.
It's way too early to even decide. I mean, I don't know. There's probably a cutoff date to decide when you redshirt, but I assume that date has not happened yet.
Oh, you know what I just found out too? When I'm looking through Schefter's stuff, apparently Jameis Winston being on the team is a salary cap issue anyway, so they might move on from
Yes,
him.
they have $11.5 million in dead money if they do move on from him.
Oh, here it is. Yep. Dennis Allen was Oakland's head coach when the Raiders drafted Derek Carr in 2014. I wonder how long he lasted. That doesn't... Oh, I don't know if I like him. I just saw a picture
I don't remember
of him in the
Dennis
Saints
Allen
uniform.
with the Raiders.
That was back in the day when we really didn't pay attention to the Raiders.
I don't remember that at all.
That was when they were really bad. Do you remember any Raiders coach before Gruden and in between Gruden and Gruden? I don't.
No.
Okay. Exactly. They were irrelevant in between that time.
Who is that guy? You know what? I want to look this up. Oakland Raider coach is.
No,
Because I just know that some names will be like, oh yeah, of course he was.
All right. Well, while you look that up, I'll just the Eagles filled in their coordinator positions.
Oh, Jack Del Rio. Of course he was.
God, that's right.
I knew it.
Jack Del Rio, yes.
Hugh Jackson, that was the other one that I was going to say. He was the head coach before Dennis Allen. I knew Hugh Jackson was with the Raiders. Lane Kiffin from 2007 to 2008.
Oh my God, I forgot that too.
Norv Turner.
Oh my God.
Tony Sperano.
Norv Turner. Oh my God.
That was 2004 to 2005.
Jeez.
That was worth it.
Yeah, it was. Definitely was worth it. I don't really... I'm just saying this real quick because I don't really know what to think about it too much now. But like I said, the Eagles filled in their coordinator positions. Brian Johnson was promoted from the QB coach. Love that. Guy that was already working close with Jalen. Perfect. And then the DC, I don't really know much about this Sean Desai guy from Seattle, but he seems like he might have helped. I don't know. Did he help build the Legion of Boom? Should I know this guy's name?
No. Did you see he was going to replace Sean Desai? Jonathan. Wait, no. So who they replaced Jonathan Gannon with?
Sean Desai. He's the DC. He's from Seattle.
Oh, okay. So in wait, wasn't there oh shit. I thought there was there's another opening on the defense, isn't there? Cuz wasn't Gannon something else too?
That. I don't know.
but I saw there was another opening. There's another opening on the defense somewhere, and I think it's linebacker coach or something. But one of the prime candidates to fill the spot is Matt Patricia.
Oh, that wasn't us. That was something else, I thought.
No, he's candidate for the Broncos job and the Eagles job.
Oh, that's right.
And the Eagles job just came out this weekend.
He was a good defensive coordinator for you guys when he was your defensive coordinator. I feel like you fucking hate this dude because of just his offense this year. When he was coaching something completely that he doesn't
totally embarrassed himself last year. More so than I can remember in recent history.
He was coaching offense when he's a defensive player.
Why would he agree to that, though?
I don't know. It's Bill Belichick. How do you say no to him?
He is now the laughingstock of the league.
We're gonna have the best fucking line. I hope we hire him, and we have the best fucking linebacker. Our defensive line this year is going to be our linebacking core next year. That's what's gonna happen when we get Matt Patricia on the line. I'm gonna be a Matt Patricia defender now. Fuck all you guys. Guy gets forced. Guy gets forced to call offensive plays 1 year, and now, unbelievable.
That's so bad.
No, ungrateful.
Not ungrateful, just. Oh, speaking man, that's so funny.
Bitch-ass Patriots fans. What's your
just get our misfortunes out and force them on other people.
I'll take it.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Mac Jones needs to suck it the fuck up, dude. Yeah, There's reports coming out.
Bitch.
Yeah, and
A baby back
you could
bitch.
kind of tell by his body language. Patriots coaches were instructed not to be too hard on Mac Jones in an effort to
Yeah.
protect him from being too critical of himself.
I feel like I talked to you
Bitch.
during the season about him being a whiny bitch. I feel like I mentioned it.
Oh, I probably agreed with it, or
He
because he
has
is
the
a whiny
boohoo
bitch.
face.
I know he is.
Julian Edelman has talked about it too. I think he's told him, he's like, you can't have the boohoo face on the sidelines like
Right.
you do.
I've said it before, and I said it like right when the season was over. I was like, all right, enough with him bitching over calls that he's not getting or plays that he's not making. He needs to cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh, so mad. You know what? I'm glad they got a D+ in travel. Fuck them.
Let's get into this real quick.
Yes. All right. NFL player team report cards.
I didn't know that they did this. Did they do this every year, or is this because I
No,
feel like
this
I
is
didn't
brand
hear
new.
about it last year?
This is brand new. Yep, brand new this year.
Even better. They did this solely for content, people.
I mean, they kind of did,
podcast.
but these are voted on by the players. This is not media. This is just the players. No one else has any input. Right.
Even better. Yeah, because it was the NFLPA, so that makes even more sense. And
yeah, I'm on their website right now. Yep.
We have got some embarrassing scores, and that's really what's more to talk about. I didn't look too much into I think the Eagles got like a B or something. I didn't look too much into all of it. I didn't really care if it was excellent. Sure, I'll look into it. If we were awful, I'd be like, that seems weird. We made it to the Super Bowl. How'd we get an F? B seems perfect, right where you should be.
Right. It doesn't have an overall like grade. It just has like your overall out of the teams, like 24th out of.
Nice, because you put on here, it puts onus on the actual teams to like fix some of this shit. Like we've heard for years about, the Commanders just having an awful organization altogether, and now, it's not just a thing people talk about on like podcasts or on Twitter. It's like, oh, here's your grade. You suck at so many different things, and people have been talking about it for years. Now it's completely out there. People who aren't as plugged into we're not plugged into the league, but following everything on Twitter.
I think more so than other people. RJ, I try to talk about this stuff to other people. One ear right out the other.
Yeah, exactly. But when I say plugged in, I feel like I think like, oh, I have inside sources. But as far as just knowing shit about the NFL, yeah, like no one else would be like, oh yeah, like a casual fan would not be like, oh yeah, I know the Commanders field is shitty, or the Commanders facility is shitty. Now it puts it out.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not plugged in. We're tuned in though.
Yeah, there you go. We're tuned in. So, and that's hopefully some of these teams can fix some shit, because we got the Commanders, the Jags, the Cardinals, and the Bengals all got an F.
The Cardinals got plenty of Fs.
Yeah. The Commanders got 2 F minuses, which isn't even a real grade.
Well, no. Can I go through what the sections are and what the Cardinals graded on them?
Yes.
Treatment of families. Right off the bat. F.
Should be at least at minimum a B+. Should be nothing lower than B+.
Nutrition, F-. Weight room, F-.
How do you have an F- in a weight room as a professional? They also I think there's some like blurbs in there. Apparently, the Cardinals have to pay for all their meals, and I think that's part of why nutrition's.
There is, if you click on them, it like details all the grades. Okay. This is weird. They get an F- in the weight room, but they have an A- strength staff.
They're just doing the best with what they're working with. The staff is doing the best that they can with what they're working with.
That's true.
That's
F- training room, B+ training staff, and an F locker room, and B+ travel.
Could you imagine like being one of the like athletic trainers? You like have some of your favorite guys, you like jawing it out with them and stuff. Then these come out and they're like, "Wow, they think we fucking suck."
Eagles.
Like the whole organization.
The only thing
has got to have a tight butthole.
Right.
like any job's on the line at that point.
I don't understand. So I don't understand how they graded some of these. First off, this is a little bit weird. They go
It's
by
probably just like a
percentage.
survey. Oh.
So they have. So if you say like 85% of the players agree that the training staff is good,
Uh-huh.
but other teams have like a higher percentage, you're ranked 24th, even if 85% of your people say your stuff is good. So that's a little bit misleading. I think they should have like an average to go off of. And maybe the more they do this,
maybe like
the
a
more
1 to
they will.
100 score, like Madden ratings.
Right. But to be 24th and have an 85% approval rating is kind of crazy.
I just came up with a great idea. Forget the players doing it. I want Madden to rate the teams. I want Madden to go in and rate everything, and I want Madden ratings for all of it. And I want these ratings. I want these ratings added into Madden next year. Of like, and apparently, I think someone said they're going to do better with Madden this year. We'll see. If you add just that, I'm in. I'm in. Because that's hysterical. Imagine starting a franchise and it's like, oh, overall, they're this, but there's training facilities. Your team is not gonna progress much on like off days.
Buffalo Bills weight room. Welcome to the 99 Club.
Yeah, exactly. Digital releases and stuff. So the Bengals. Some of like the notes I remember. Like the Bengals, I guess I can't like on a day off. You can't even go into the facility and like get a banana. So I think most teams have like Monday off. You can't go in and like get a snack, or like if you're going in to do some extra stuff, do some film work, you get no banana, no nothing.
I get that. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's like if you go into the office one day and like part of it's closed and you can't get in there. I don't know. You're there on an off day. What do you expect? I think that's kind of weird.
But like coaches are there on Monday and stuff. Like players aren't. The coaches and stuff are there and they can go get their like meals and stuff. But players.
I was gonna say, can the coaches go get a banana?
Like non-practice days, basically. The players can't go get shit.
Yeah.
And then
I don't
Ravens,
understand how they graded some of this though. Like.
Yeah, it's weird. The more I think about it, the more it's hurting my brain, and I don't want to talk about how they graded it anymore.
The only thing I wanted, like the weirdest one that stood out to me, is the Patriots got a D+ for travel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. They have 2 jumbo jets with all first class seating. They don't have to have a roommate in the hotels. It even says the seats are all bigger than standard coach seats, as like a detriment. I don't understand. It said 54% of players feel like they have enough room to spread out. How much room do these guys need?
They're some big guys.
That's just weird. I don't know.
Think of all the offensive and defensive linemen. That's like 2 seats a person there.
In all first class seating, it can't really get any bigger.
I don't know. I thought it was gonna maybe be like, how Belichick is. Maybe he's on their ass about some strict ass schedule on the road, and they don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I feel like travel's another one that's got to be up there. Like that's just something you have. Like strength staff, training staff. Maybe you didn't hire the best people there, but like travel, you do it every year. Yeah, you do the trainings, but like travel, it's literally. Like you need to go to places to play some of these games. That should not be an issue. That's another shouldn't be below a B+ to me. But I know some had Fs.
Yeah,
probably the Commanders.
I mean, you can't beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals are the worst.
Did you see this one note? The Chargers complained of cold plunges not being cold and hot tubs not being hot. They just had lukewarm water all the time. And this isn't at SoFi. This is at like their practice facility and stuff.
Hey, do you guys want to take an ice warm plunge? That's weird. I just got chicken grease on my arm.
No, I've been picking at it and it's basically done, so I think I'm just gonna finish it.
Oh man. Yeah. Right. KFC gets a B+ for me tonight. That was good.
Same here. I did want to talk about the machine and what Mike McCarthy said, but we can save that because I'm tired.
No, okay. Well,
we can mention Mike McCarthy real quick.
That's good.
I think I want to wait for the machine. I think I want to see it first, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't... First off, what did you want to talk about? It doesn't come out for another 3 months.
I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess it's all short. I just think it's going to be so awesome. I didn't realize that Mark Hamill was in it.
Yes, that was just revealed in the latest trailer.
That's
Mark
awesome.
Hamill will play the dad.
I guess I let how tired I was overtake how much this was really all going to take. That's really it. I'm just really excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome.
One last thing, since we're talking about movies, I wanted to mention this real quick. I watched the movie House Party because Andrew Santino was in it, but I had no idea what it was about. Little did I know it had to do with sports.
Oh.
So
yeah.
Yeah, these two guys throw a party at LeBron's house while he's on vacation. And they're just like part of like the cleaning crew that cleans his house. And there's a really funny part with OBJ where he tries to go out to dance, like when the party is like really going. And his trainer is like, "No, you can't go out." And he's like, "Coach, come on, man. Come on, just let me out there." And he's like, "Nope, got to keep you safe, OBJ." He turns around and he falls through the floor. Not seen again the whole movie. It's
That's
assumed
hysterical.
that he just dies.
Oh my god.
Dude, I highly suggest watching it. It gets weird at the end. And you're like, wait, what am I watching?
I'll have to do that on one of my days off this week.
House Party. House
definitely
Party
do
is a great movie.
Okay.
And it's like actually all the people, like the Bronze in it. There's a whole bunch of celebrities. There's like, it's a really good movie.
And I'll mention my Mike McCarthy thing. Apparently, he said the issue with Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator was he wanted to score too many points. That's the goal of football, is to score more points than your opponent. Who picked him up again?
Who, Kellen Moore? The Chargers.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be the biggest mistake of the Cowboys. Like, they all hated him.
Game over.
All the fans. I hope he thrives.
Yeah.
I'm making a stand. I am the biggest Matt Patricia fan. I am the biggest Matt Patricia and Kellen Moore fan officially.
All right, there you have it. You heard it here first. You heard a lot of good comps, a lot of good predictions here. This was a good episode for the future.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's bookmark this one. This one will be one for the ages. I think this one will come back. I think we'll be talking about this one for a little bit.
All right, we talked about a lot. That's why I just looked up. I was like, "Oh my god, it's 9. I have to work tomorrow still." I was like, "Holy shit!" Let's run through this, and then there was.
I still have to finish my homework. So.
Oh god.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. As always, we will catch you next. Well, first off, Tuesdays 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Tuesdays 10 a.m. every week. We're gonna try to stick to that.
We're making it official.
I'm gonna try to. Yes, I'm gonna try to do that.
Even
Tuesdays
if we end
10
up recording
a.m.
on Sundays.
Yep.
Perfect.
I
like that.
Sundays or Mondays. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
I saved the last bite for this part.
Oh yeah.